So I had a chat with a couple of members about killing the end dragons so that we can make an end farm for the benefit of like for the benefit of having an unlimited supply of ender pearls, because as you've seen from our stuff, it is a very needed thing in modded, because usually it's very hard to come by or more of an end game thing. Zombies. So what I'm going to do is see if I can't find ourselves our end portal, and that means going all the way out to the middle of nowhere and looking for it. Let's see, that's 200. We need to go out to about 500 meters from our base and then cut left and right, because on 110 or 1710, usually the spawn chunks, the dungeons are going to be, well, strongholds are going to be at 10 and 2, and maybe somewhere in the 4 to 6, 7 range down here. So I'm going to see if I can't find the one that's about in this area here. So we just dig north and then hook a left, go about 500 this way, 500 that way, and we should be able to see on our mini map where this dungeon or stronghold is. And that should be a pretty easy way to avoid using Eye of Enders. And our lovely little cobalt hammer, since I screwed it up, isn't as fast as I'd like, but it's still pretty good. So we're just gonna dig this way for a very long time and obviously get eaten by silverfish. Oh, this is such a nice way to be able to take care of these silverfish. Oh yeah. Burn, burn! Let's see. Still more. So evil. Evil. Come to me, my little silver fishies. It's like a lava moat. Well, I went about 500 and 30 meters in this direction. We found some abyssal stone. Doesn't look like this is really used for much besides some interesting RxCraft steps and stuff. So what, 540. And then we went this way. This is actually ocean right on the other side of that. If you look up in the top right, we're in swampland. But if we keep going, we're in deep ocean. And so all this is limestone that's at the bottom of the ocean. So I had to kind of skirt a little low. You can see we're at Y22. And all of these fun caves, you can see all of these fun caves that we've lit up here. Got a lot of interesting resources, spawners and whatnot, but ore bushes. Went to check to see where that goes. Yeah, ocean floor once again. We're actually quite close to the water. Here's a whole bunch of caves that was fun to explore. We got a lot of like aluminum berry bushes and such. Well, so far on my journey, it's been a bust. I've gone about 500 blocks in that direction, about 500 in that direction, and then started back here, just trying to see if I could see some kind of stronghold on the map here. As you can see, nothing. I did find a little abandoned mine in this area here. Nothing too exciting. Now, the thing it did get me is a whole bunch of berry bushes. And by a bunch, I literally mean a crap ton. Let me show you here. Aluminum. Yeah. I got about 30 some odd in a chest, and this is how much I got. Just rows upon rows upon rows. Yeah. More than we're gonna need because, well, we don't really need that much aluminum anymore. And we got tin. Now, I don't know if this is the best way to lay them out, but they do like to grow in complete darkness. And with these half slabs below we can't get any spawns half slabs above. It blocks out the light to these little coves here, so they'll grow even though they got light right here. It's kind of nice, convenient to just come along and just pick the berries, boom, boom, boom. You can sweep along the top and then back along the bottom. Works out pretty well for me. These are our gold ones, and I got a couple more back here. One for copper, goes back a little ways, and then one for iron, which is even less necessary. Because once we get going, we'll probably put an iron farm up just for the fun of it. We got our usual berry bushes and our experience bushes. Once again, they are my favorite. Now, I've been able to pack them in pretty tight because of this dirt here that we put them on. Apparently, they don't like to stack directly upon each other, but they will grow on top of dirt like that. So, just like with the other berries, put them in like so. But I provided them with light since I believe these do like light. I don't know. They grow just fine in light either way. And I'm storing them all in here. You can see all the heads that I've gotten. We've made quite the haul. But since that's kind of a wash, the project I need to do now is to take care of this. We run our quarry and we have nowhere for it to go. We would prefer to have some kind of processing, preferably automatic, of course, where we go and sag all this stuff and dump it into caches. So I've got a few of the standard things here already, just stone since we got silk touch, cobble, that's marble, limestone, those are from chiseled. And then we also have whatever this is, limestone. Yeah, this is ocean floor basically. Then we got coal blocks, we got granite, which is kind of a 1.8 thing, but chiseled 2 actually adds it back, as well as andesite. And we got dirt and gravel. And kind of what I'm thinking is we'll have the gravel come out to a sag mill, which will turn it into flint and feed it back into our sag mills that actually process the ores. And we'll also have to have flint in line here just in case if we throw any in the chest down there. It's kind of a fun loop back on itself, but we'll work it out. And then we'll have probably a couple sag mills to start that feed into alloy smelters and process all of this stuff. Some of this stuff won't actually be alloy smelted. I'll have to figure that out. Maybe have 2 separate lines. I don't know. We'll work it out, but I'm in the process of constructing the machines that we're going to be using. I've already got 3 sag mills and 2 alloy smelters. Now to get some capacitors, preferably octatic capacitors, so that our sags and alloys will run quickly. Actually, maybe I'll just steal them from these guys and place double capacitors in their place. I think that might be more useful since we won't be having to manually smelt too much. So this is what you do with all those little berry nuggets. You just throw them through a furnace and they make little nuggets here, and you can craft them into blocks. And one other thing, we got a lot of shiny ingots. The nice byproduct of throwing cinnabar in through our induction smelter with our ferrous ore. We definitely make sure we get that cinnabar by throwing our redstone through a pulverizer. Yeah, lots and lots of resources already, and we've only done a rather small quarry. Just wait till we get a full-size one. Alright, I think we got about everything we need to do our machine room. At least the beginnings of it. We need some basic item filters that'll help us sort out what goes into where. And we can, oh, probably need one cache too. You can probably use this guy. He's a hardened cache, but oh well. Actually, let's not waste him yet. We'll just take these out, place them in there, and we'll use just a normal cache. Now this will be for our flint. We need to grab some flint. There it is. And let's lock it in. So there, and we shift right click. I think that's what it is. Yep, it's locked. All right. Let's see how we want to do this. So unfortunately, we're going to have a whole lot of stuff that's pre-processed out. Well, we could just have it overflow. Maybe that's what we'll do. Rather than putting them all here, we'll put them in an end of the line overflow. Might have to think about that. But we can do something here. We knock a hole here. This will give us a whole section right here we can actually populate with caches. That way we don't quite have to move these just yet. Let's go ahead and stick this one there. And you can see it's by default orientated away, which is kind of a good thing. You don't want these caches getting stuffed with items when you don't want them stuffed with items. But we want to stick our new cache here. Yeah, I think that'll work. And then we'll have to shift left click, insert. There's only one direction for that anyway, so there we go. And then we want sag mill attached right there. And this will pull items from here and put it in there. But we want to make sure it's disabled. There we go. All right, so we want always extract on, let's say, the red channel. That'll prevent it from linking up with something when we don't want it to. There we go. So it'll feed any gravel into here, but it'll only work when it's turned on. Is this thing locked? Definitely important to make sure these are locked. It's unlocked. Okay, so there you go. Do you hear that little click? That locks it. And if we had a thermal expansion wrench, then the information when we point at it would be up there in the Walia. Just to show us the same stuff as if we were holding it. Oh, that rotates it. It would show this information up there in Walia. Let's go ahead and put that back. Alright, we need a lever. This way we can control it being on or off. Kind of a simple, rudimentary, but effective way of managing it. Let's put it there. Then we can bring the items out. I really didn't want to go back that far. Yeah, let's move it. All right. Notice how it says sag mill is configured. That way it prevents us from screwing up, really. Insert on red. Then we can do there. And we want to disable that input. Insert that one. Set it to red. Want this one to extract on red as well. Always active. So now all the gravel, when it's... I put the wrong one in. There we go. That's the right one. Sag mill. There we go. So we want to make sure we pull all this stuff out of the smelter. There we go. Alright. Now it just needs a touch of power. So the nice thing about Ender IO is it has these pipes. Make it very easy to multi-use a single block for all sorts of stuff. So now we should have been getting power. Why aren't you getting power? Why aren't you giving power? Oh, yeah. That would do it. We need to bust this and pull power up somehow. It's definitely not getting it from there. Do we take it off the side? Let's just take it over the top. There and there. Disconnect that. Disconnect you. Disconnect you. And disable that as well. Then we can configure the top push out, which is orange. There we go. Magic. Alright, so we technically don't need anything better than a double layer. And throw the lever here. And then when we turn it on, we sag for flint. Nice. It'll go into our flint right there. Now what we can do here is we can actually do an in and out. Insert on the red channel. And we can pull out on, say, the black channel. And we can have it always be active, round robin, self-feed, nah. Alright. This will now allow us to do the next step, which is our sag mills and smelters. So we'll put them up one level. Let's give it some space. So we want our smelter here. And then we'll put our sag mill on top. This will allow us to sag and then directly smelt thereafter. Furnace only mode. That way we don't accidentally combine anything. And what I've done in the past is actually put chests up here to receive the items. Oh, too high. we need more space, we can actually put it sideways. But if we set this to pull from the top, and then we can set this back to pull as well. And we can configure this one, pull from the back and the top. Now we can bring this over. A little bit of a block lag there, huh? Let's see. Lag. There we go. So let's insert on black. There we go. The round robin should evenly distribute between the two. Guess we only had the 5 splint in there. Let's make some more. Yep, there we go. Then we'll do ore processing. There we go. Now we want to do insert with an item filter. And we want a whitelist. You want lead to come in. That should stop everything. You want gold, tin, copper, iron. I have to do an advanced one so we get more. There we go. And the check metadata, you can ignore check. It should give us copper ore to match, I think. Might have to do an advanced one for that. Let's see, we want to pull out all the stuff we don't want in here. I got an idea. Let's extract, always active. Let's set this one up to receive again. There we go, that should drain it. Might take a little bit. So let's pop that one. I'm thinking we might want to process on the back side as well. Have them come into 2 chests. Distribute the load a little bit. I don't know. I'll have to give it some thought. That might be a useful thing though. And then these will come underneath. Let's do there. This way we can still see and interact. Then, did I bring them? Yes. Looks like we need to move the power conduits back one. There we go. We can power there, here, there. there. We can connect in there. Copper and tin. Alright. Looks like we got that working. Dump these back off here. But it has nowhere to go, so we're gonna have to build out some storage. Probably gonna need to do that with some caches. But I'm thinking if we wrap the room, that might work. Let's see, we'll want to have kind of a pathway behind that we can access. So let's do... We need some storage too for miscellaneous, so it's gonna have to be normal chests. Let's do... Yeah, let's just do this wall here. And of course, we need more of these. Of course, we always need more of those. Well, guys, I just checked the time, and we are running over for this episode. So we're going to go ahead and cut it here. We did get quite a bit of progress there on our automated storage and processing, so that our quarry will actually have a place to go now. But we will call it, and if you've liked this episode, do hit that like button and do subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.